Hey, it's Carlo here from Farming Smarter. We just got the new combine, the Quantum Pro, delivered a little while ago. And we have Corey here from Wintersteiger out from Saskatoon. He came out for a day and a half to give us an overview and to train us on all the new and features on this new machine. It's a little bit different than the old one. It has a lot of the same features and then plus a lot more. And I think Corey here will tell you a little bit about everything.
Hi everyone, as Carlos said, my name is Corey Pearson with Wintersteiger in Saskatoon. This Quantum Pro is our newest combine out in the plot research side. This one that Farming Smarter got is the fourth one I think we have in Canada in 2021. And last year I think they started to go out in the development stage. So what this does different over Farming Smarter's previous one, probably the most obvious thing and the nicest thing for the operators is both operators are inside the cab. Years ago it was very common that one fellow would be on the machine without a cab and the other fellow would be on the side, on a side bagger. With ergonomics and the way our things have gone, this is more typical now of getting a cab to keep both operators inside. So with this combine they're able to keep the whole sample, or for their clients that only need a partial amount given back to them, it'll take a subsample of the plot that it's keeping. This has a 2-meter wide header, and it has another header size bigger than this option yet for this combine. This is just right around 100 horsepower engine, so this will run a corn header, a grinder, and a chopper with lots of horsepower. In France, these are able to be street legal, and they have fully street legal, have license plate lights and on them and all that kind of stuff. This has a tip protection cab on it. And it's really ergonomic for two operators to be sitting in. So walking around the machine, this header, like I said, has multiple options. This one is 2 meters wide. The short augers allow the operator to be able to see the knife, have a really nice clear line sight to that when you're doing crops that are closer to the ground, like your beans and peas and things like that. We have on the bottom there's a stainless steel piece here. It's more of a stumbling step. So our grain, like beans and peas and stuff, they're more prone to either stay in or to leave the combine, so there's less mixing. So this plot combine is really known for being mix-free. So for doing breeding work and stuff, it cleans out really well between the plots. It runs greatly on a lot of software and hydraulics. So with this machine, you can kind of customize pretty much every setting on it. So it has creature comforts like the windows or the mirrors. They power adjust from the side just like your pickup truck would. Also on the header, I didn't show it there, but it has air jets. 100 psi air between your plots will blow the header off and blow all of the material into the header for better cleaning. One of the other things that we have on our Quantum line product is we have a hydraulic clutch on it. So the old days of engaging your thrasher with a lever and the belt squeal and a nut are kind of done. We gradually add hydraulic pressure to a fluid clutch and it slowly starts turning everything. Our concave is adjusted in millimeters by hydraulics, and the variator pulleys are adjusted with hydraulics as well. So all of these things are a much step above what Farming Smarter's previous version was. The grain tank on this is probably 3 times the size of their current one. So for our clients that have corn and where the bigger grain tanks are required, this meets that bill too. The grain auger on this one, on the previous machine, would not empty into really into a grain truck, or most of them. This one will have a height of over 10 feet and will auger into almost anything that our clients have. This one for material management and for continuous cropping, it has a straw chopper like our big combines would. So this makes the end of the year a little bit nicer. They're not going back with mowers and stuff to try to handle the straw. This combine, you have the ability to change the sieves and the shakers and the concave very quickly. Versus some of our previous combines, they were harder to remove the concaves and components, and these components are modular. So this model and 2 of our other models we can interlock or mix the sieves with, so the customer has to buy less material. For options and safety-wise goes, we have a color backup camera. For loading and for irrigation, this machine comes with four-wheel drive on it. It's a true four-wheel drive, and all the software it basically protects itself. So if it disengages when you hit a certain speed, a very smart machine versus some of our other previous things. All right, so up here is the Harvestmaster H2. This is the most recent model from them, and it is a much greater improvement over the last model that Farming Smarter currently has, and this is kind of the #1 seller on the market for weigh systems. It gives an accurate moisture and test weight, and it's quicker than our other machines. So our same machine like this, with the older style weigh system, this is 30% faster plot to plot than our older machines. Down here we have your subsampler. So our plot is in here, it gets a weight, it falls through here, and your subsample, or the portion of the plot that you want to keep, gets stripped off here, while the rest of the material goes past into the grain tank. And when the weigh system is done, the software or the computer tells it to send it to the cab. And we have many other different sampling options as well. And probably lastly, what I would comment on this combine, it has a process automation system in it. So it allows for the operators and I guess the management to get a more consistent result in your plots by repeating the same thing. So for example, when you're going through a plot, for example at 3.5 kilometers an hour, your header's 10 inches off the ground, your reel's up in the air. At the end of the plot, the customer hits the button, the machine stops, it lifts the header, it cleans out, puts the reel down, puts the reel back to where it was, the header, lifts the reel, and it triggers the weigh system, the sampler, and then the customer gets a green light on the dash and they press the button and it resumes the same speed as they were before. So your repeatability of your data is much better than it ever has been before.
Awesome, thank you so much, Corey. And yeah, when we start harvesting around here, we'll have a lot more videos and a lot more information. We can get some in-action shoots, and I think we're all pretty excited around here to get it and to put the combine in use. So we'll see you next time.